Welcome. If you are new here, this video will help you to improve your English listening and speaking. Every day we upload a new video to help you grow in confidence, speak naturally, and understand English better. In today's video, we are going to talk about how I learn English in 5 months. You will hear stories, examples, and useful vocabularies. So let's get started. Life is not about how fast you move. It is about how true your steps are. When you take one step every day with heart and discipline, you reach far, even if the road is long. That is how I started my English learning journey. I was not fast. I was not perfect. But I was honest with my dream. I wanted to speak English. I wanted to understand people. I wanted to feel confident in my words. And I believed that I could do it, even if I failed many times. When I started, I did not know much English. I could say hello, thank you, and how are you? But that was all. I felt nervous when someone talked to me in English. My heart beat fast. I looked down. I smiled and said nothing. I knew I needed to change. I was tired of feeling small. I was tired of staying quiet. I wanted to be free. So I made a decision, just one decision, that changed my life. I said to myself, I will learn English in 5 months. I will not stop. The first thing I did was very simple. I stopped telling myself that English is hard. I stopped saying, I can't speak. I changed my words. I started saying, I am learning. I can speak a little. I will speak better tomorrow. This small change gave me power. Your mind listens to what you say. If you say you are weak, you feel weak. But if you say you are learning, you give yourself a chance to grow. So that was step 1. Change your words. Change your mind. Step 2. I created a daily routine. I said, I will give 2 hours every day to English. It was not always easy. I had work, I had family, I had problems, but I did not give up. I found small times, early in the morning, during lunch, at night before sleep. I used my phone. I used free apps. I watched English videos with subtitles. I listened to short English stories, and I repeated them many times. I made it fun. I listened while cooking. I repeated words while walking. I made English a part of my life, not just a subject. Step 3, I started speaking. This was hard. I was shy. I was afraid of mistakes. But I said to myself, if I don't speak, I will never grow. So I talked to myself in the mirror. I asked questions like, how are you today? What did you eat? What are your plans? And I answered them. I used simple words. I made short sentences. Slowly, I got better. I recorded my voice. I played it back. I listened to my mistakes. I improved them one by one. Some days I felt like I was not learning, but I trusted the process. Learning is slow, but it is sure. Step 4, I started thinking in English. This was a game changer. I told myself, from today, I will not translate in my head. I will think small thoughts in English. When I saw a cup, I said, cup. When I wanted food, I said, I am hungry. I started to live in English in my own mind. Slowly, English became my second voice. It felt natural. And when something feels natural, it becomes easy. Step 5. I made mistakes, and I was okay with them. I spoke with people online. Sometimes I said the wrong word. Sometimes I used the wrong tense. Sometimes people laughed, but I did not stop. I said, "Thank you. I am still learning." And I kept speaking. You must understand this. Mistakes are not your enemy. Silence is. Mistakes teach you. They make you strong. They show you what to fix. But silence keeps you stuck. So please, speak even if you are wrong. That is how you become right. Step 6. I used a notebook. Every day I wrote 5 new words. I made 3 sentences with each word. I repeated them every day. I also wrote down short dialogues from movies or shows. Then I practiced speaking them. I did role plays. I pretended to be in the scene. I made learning fun and real. When you enjoy something, you learn faster. Step 7. I learned from real life. I watched English news. I watched English YouTube videos. I read simple English books. I listened to English podcasts. I followed pages that teach daily English. I saved useful phrases. I copied how native speakers talk. I noticed how they say "what's up" or "take care" or "it's no big deal." I used these small phrases in my daily life. Slowly, I started to sound natural. People noticed. They said, "Wow, you speak well." And that gave me more energy to continue. Step 8. I stayed positive. Not every day was easy. Some days I felt tired. Some days I forgot words. Some days I wanted to quit. But I always said to myself, "You are doing well. You are moving forward. Don't stop now." I watched motivational videos. I reminded myself of my dream. I imagined myself speaking English in a room full of people. I believed it. I saw it in my mind. That picture gave me power. You must see your success before you live it. 5 months passed. I could speak. Not perfectly, but clearly. I could talk to people. I could express my feelings. I could understand movies without subtitles. I felt free. I felt proud. I was not the same person. I had grown, not just in language, but in confidence, in self-love, in belief. And I want you to feel this too. That is why I am sharing my story. So if you are starting today, remember this. Start small, be patient, speak daily, learn with joy, make mistakes, keep moving. Your English will grow like a tree, slow at first, but strong over time. And one day you will look back and say, "Wow, I did it," just like I did. One of the most beautiful things I learned during this journey was that English is not just a language. It is a bridge to new people, a bridge to the world, a bridge to your dreams. When you learn to speak English, you are not just learning grammar or words. You are learning how to connect, how to express, how to share your heart with the world. And that is a powerful feeling. I never thought I could feel this way, but I do, and you can too. Now, let's talk about some smart strategies that helped me save time and improve faster. First, I used something called the listen and repeat method. Every day, I chose one video or one audio clip in English. It could be a news clip, a YouTube video, or even a short story. I listened to one line. Then I paused. I repeated the line exactly. I copied the speaker's voice, speed, and tone. I did it again and again. After 5 days, I noticed a big change. My pronunciation improved. My speaking speed improved. My confidence improved. It was like having a small English teacher in my ear. Second, I practice something I call English shadowing. This means you listen to someone speaking in English and you speak along with them at the same time, like a shadow. You don't stop. You don't translate. You just follow their words, their rhythm. It trains your brain and mouth to work together. It's fun and very powerful. Even if you don't understand every word, your brain starts to remember the sounds and the flow of English. Third, I found a speaking partner online. It was a person who also wanted to learn English. We both agreed to speak 15 minutes every day. Sometimes we had nothing to say. Sometimes we made mistakes. But every day we spoke. We shared jokes. We talked about our day. We asked simple questions. And that small daily habit changed everything. If you don't have a partner, you can talk to yourself. You can also talk to a mirror. The important thing is not to stay silent. Every word you speak is one step closer to fluency. Fourth, I followed the one topic a day rule. I picked one topic like at the supermarket, my favorite movie, or how to cook rice. I learned 10 to 15 words related to that topic. I watched one video about it. I made 2 or 3 sentences. Then I tried to speak about it for 2 minutes, just 2 minutes. It was simple and short, but I learned fast. I built my vocabulary in a real useful way. I started to feel more ready for real-life conversations. Fifth, I kept a success diary. Every night before sleep, I wrote down one thing I learned in English. Just one thing. It could be a new word, a new sentence, a new idea. I also wrote one thing I was proud of. Maybe I spoke to someone. Maybe I understood a video. Maybe I remembered a sentence without help. These small wins gave me big motivation. They reminded me, you are improving. Keep going. Sixth, I stopped being afraid of grammar. In the beginning, grammar felt big and heavy, so I changed my plan. I learned grammar naturally. I listened to English. I read English. I noticed the grammar in real use. Then I copied it. That's how children learn, and it worked for me too. Later, I studied some grammar rules, but only after I already heard them many times. My advice to you is, don't wait to speak just because your grammar is not perfect. Speak first. Grammar will follow. Seventh, I started using English in my life. I changed the language of my phone to English. I searched in Google in English. I used voice typing in English. I made shopping lists in English. I wrote my goals in English. This helped me to feel that English is not just a subject I study. It is a tool I live with. And this small shift changed everything. You learn faster when you use English in real life. And finally, I practiced gratitude. Every morning I said 3 things I was grateful for in English. For example, I am thankful for this new day. I am thankful I can learn. I am thankful for my dream. This simple act made me happy. It made my heart light. It made my English journey peaceful. A happy heart learns faster. Now, after 5 months of doing all these steps, my life is different. I can speak English with people from different countries. I can understand movies. I can listen to English songs and feel their meaning. I can write emails. I can ask questions. I can share my story. And most of all, I feel proud. I feel strong. I feel free. And you can feel this too. You can start today. Maybe you are thinking, 5 months is too short. But I say this to you, 5 months is enough to change your life. If you give your heart, if you give your time, if you stay consistent. The secret is not in big study. The secret is in daily practice. Every single day, speak one sentence, learn one new word, watch one short video, listen to one small story. These small steps will give you big change. So my friend, don't wait for the perfect time. The perfect time is now. Don't wait for someone to push you. Push yourself. Don't worry about your level. Everyone starts small, but the one who keeps going becomes great. Remember, English is not only for smart people. English is for strong people, for people who don't give up, for people who practice, for people who believe. You are one of those people. I believe in you. And before I end, let me leave you with a beautiful thought. A seed becomes a tree not in one day, but by facing the sun every day. You are the seed. Let English be your sun. If you like this video, please like and share it with your friends. The most powerful moment in my journey came when I finally stopped comparing myself with others. This is very important, my friend. Sometimes we look at others and feel small. We see someone speaking English fast, using big words or sounding fluent, and we feel weak. We ask ourselves, why can't I do that? I used to feel the same, but one day I understood something that changed me. I understood that I was not in a race. I was in a journey, my own journey, and my journey is beautiful because it is mine. You are not late. You are not behind. You are on your path. Some people learn fast, some slow, but those who stay on the path will always reach the goal. Always. So please, stop comparing. Start appreciating your small steps. Each small word you speak, each video you watch, each mistake you make and learn from. It is all part of your victory. Also, let's talk about fear. Fear is real. I understand that. I felt fear too. Fear of speaking, fear of being wrong, fear of looking foolish. But let me tell you this truth. No one ever became strong by staying safe. You must step out. You must open your mouth. You must speak, even if your voice shakes, because with every sentence, you become stronger. Your fear becomes smaller. One of my best exercises was recording myself. Every weekend, I made a short audio diary. I recorded myself speaking about my week in English, just 2 or 3 minutes. I talked about what I did, what I felt, what I learned. At first, I didn't like my voice. I didn't like my grammar, but I kept going. After 4 weeks, I listened to my old recordings, and I cried. I cried because I could hear the change. I was better. I was clearer. I was more confident, and I had proof. This small habit gave me a big gift. It showed me that I was growing. And now I want to share something very important with you. Learning English is not just about the tongue. It is about the heart. If your heart is strong, your tongue will follow. So feed your heart every day. Watch stories of other learners. Read motivational quotes in English. Write positive things. Speak kindly to yourself. Say things like, I am proud of myself. I am getting better. I am enough. These small words create a big voice inside you, and that voice will carry you forward. Another secret that helped me is this. I did not study too many things at one time. I chose one goal at a time. For example, in 1 week, I only focused on speaking about my daily routine. In another week, I focused only on food vocabulary. I did not try to learn everything at once. I learned slowly, but deeply. This gave me focus. It gave me control. You can do this too. Choose one topic, practice it for 5 days, then move to the next. Step by step, you will cover everything. Also, celebrate yourself. This is something most people forget. When you learn 5 new words, celebrate. When you speak with someone in English, celebrate. When you understand a movie scene, celebrate. These small celebrations are like water to your plant. They give you the energy to grow. So don't wait for big wins. Celebrate your small wins every single day. Now, I want to give you some daily English goals. If you follow them, even for 30 days, you will feel a big change. Speak for 5 minutes a day. You can talk to yourself, to a mirror, or with a partner. Listen to 10 minutes of English, news, podcasts, or stories. Write 3 sentences in English about your day. Learn and use 5 new words every day. Watch one short video or movie scene in English and repeat the dialogue. Think in English for 5 minutes. Simple thoughts like, I am making tea, I am walking, I feel happy. Say one positive thing to yourself in English. If you do this daily, you will not need 5 years. You can become a confident speaker in 5 months, or even less. And before I finish, let me tell you something from the bottom of my heart. You are not alone. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are a learner. You are growing. You are beautiful in your journey. English is just a tool to express that beauty, and I believe you will shine with it. So keep going, keep speaking, keep dreaming. The world is waiting to hear your voice, your true voice, your story in English. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this speech touched your heart and gave you new energy to begin or continue your English journey. If it did, please like and share this video with someone you love. Your one small share can bring a big change in someone's life. And remember, we are here every day to help you, support you, and grow with you. See you in the next video. Until then, keep smiling and keep speaking. English is not just a language, it is your bridge to the world. Let's now talk about something very close to my heart, believing in yourself. Many learners think English is only about words, grammar, listening, and speaking. Yes, those are important. But what is more important is your belief. In these 5 months, I learned something very big. Your mind is your classroom, and your heart is your teacher. If your heart says, yes, I can do this, then even the hardest lesson will become easy. But if your heart says, no, I'm not good, then even the easiest words will feel heavy. So the best advice I can give you is this. Talk to yourself every day with love. Yes, love. You may not speak well today, but that doesn't mean you'll never speak well. You may forget some words today, but that doesn't mean you'll always forget. You may feel nervous today, but that's just today. Tomorrow is a new page, and you can write whatever story you want. Let me now tell you about one of my hardest days. It was the 3rd month of my learning. I tried to speak English with someone online, but I froze. My mind went blank. My hands were cold. I said 2 sentences, then made a mistake. The other person looked confused. I felt ashamed. I ended the call and cried. I thought, maybe I can't do this. Maybe I'm not smart enough. But then something inside me said, you made a mistake, but you also tried. And trying is the most beautiful thing in the world. That day, I made a promise. I said, I will not stop because of fear. I will grow stronger because of it. And that was the turning point. After that, every time I felt fear, I smiled. I said, you're not my enemy. You're my teacher. And I kept going. You see, the most powerful tool is not your tongue. It's your courage. And you already have it. You're still here, reading this, listening to this, trying your best. That is courage. That is beautiful. Now, let's also remember to learn with joy. English should not feel like a burden. Turn your learning into fun. Watch funny English videos. Listen to English music and dance. Learn jokes in English. Play word games. Read comics. Try to sing. Try to write poems. Try to speak like actors. Make your English a part of your happiness, not your stress. I remember one time, I watched a cartoon in English and copied every voice. I laughed at myself. But do you know what? That night, I remembered 20 new words. Laughter is a powerful teacher. So don't be serious all the time. Be silly. Be playful. Be real. That is how learning becomes magic. Also, help others. Yes, this is something most people forget. When you teach someone, you learn better. When you help someone learn a word or speak a sentence, you understand it more deeply. Don't wait to become perfect to help. Share what you know. Speak with other learners. Make a small group. Practice together. Laugh together. Grow together. And remember this last and most important thing, your English is not who you are. It is just a part of your voice. Even if your English is simple, your heart is rich. Even if your sentences are small, your dreams are big. Never feel less because of language. You are more than words. You are a story. And your story matters. One day, someone will hear you speak English and feel inspired. They will think, wow, if they can do it, I can too. And that is the gift you will give the world, not just your language, but your courage, your growth, your truth. So now, my dear friend, the story of how I learned English in 5 months is not just my story. It is your story too. You're next. You can begin today. You can change your life, step by step, word by word, with patience and with heart. And now, before we say goodbye, let me end with one last beautiful thought. In a world full of noise, your small voice in English can still be heard. And when it speaks with truth, it becomes light. So speak, not because you are perfect, but because you are alive. Thank you so much for being part of this journey. I am proud of you. I am here for you. And I believe in you. If this video helped you, please like and share it with someone who needs it. Your support can light another path. And don't forget, every day we upload a video to help you speak English naturally, with love, with power, and with confidence. Do you know the most amazing thing I learned after 5 months of English practice? It was not just how to speak better. It was how to feel better about myself. English gave me something more than vocabulary and grammar. It gave me self-respect. It gave me the courage to speak in front of people. It gave me the strength to say, yes, I can do this, even when I was scared. You may not see it now, but with each English word you speak, your heart becomes stronger. With each English sentence, your world becomes bigger. And with each small conversation, your future becomes brighter. I want to tell you about the day I had my first real English conversation with a stranger. It was at a small cafe. I was nervous, but I smiled. I said, "Good morning, how are you?" The person replied. I answered back. We talked for 5 minutes. It was not perfect. I made 2 or 3 mistakes. But guess what? They understood me. They didn't laugh. They listened. They smiled. I felt seen. I felt heard. That day, I walked out of the cafe and said I did it. And that one moment gave me the power to try again and again. My dear friend, one conversation can change your life. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be brave. When you speak from the heart, people will feel your honesty. And honesty is more powerful than grammar. Now, I want to give you one final daily practice that helped me the most. It's called the 3-3-3 rule. Very simple, but very powerful. Every day, do these 3 things. Learn 3 new words. Not just reading them, use them in your own sentence. For example, if you learn the word enjoy, say, I enjoy my tea, I enjoy learning English, and do you enjoy music? When you make it personal, your brain remembers. Speak 3 minutes non-stop. Set a timer. Don't stop. Choose any topic, your day, your family, your work, your feelings. Even if you make mistakes, just keep speaking. This trains your brain to think in English without fear. Listen to 3 minutes of real English. It can be a podcast, a song, a video, or even a conversation. Focus on the sound. Try to repeat what you hear. Feel the rhythm. Feel the tone. Your ears will start to understand more than you think. If you do this daily, just 3 words, 3 minutes of speaking, 3 minutes of listening, you will feel a big change in 1 week, 1 month, and surely 5 months. And remember, don't count your mistakes. Count your efforts. Every time you try, you win. Even if you fail, you win. Because you showed up. You took a step. And that's what success is, not perfection, but progress. Let me now tell you something I never forget. One day I saw a small child trying to walk. She fell down many times. She cried. But she never said, "Walking is not for me." No, she stood up again. She tried again. And finally, she walked. That's the secret. Keep trying. Don't give up. Fall, but rise again. That is how you learn English. That is how you win in life. And now, as we come to the end of this long, beautiful story, I want to thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for learning. Thank you for not giving up. You are not just a learner. You are a warrior. You are growing. You are rising. You are speaking your truth. And soon, the world will hear you. So, let me leave you with one final, powerful thought. Your voice may be small today, but if you speak it every day with love and courage, tomorrow it will move mountains. This was the story of how I learned English in 5 months. But it's also a story of how I became stronger, wiser, and more confident. And now it's your turn. Your 5 months begin today. Let your heart lead. Let your voice grow. And let your dream fly. If this message touched your heart, if you feel a little stronger now, please like and share this video. Someone out there is waiting for your story, your light, your courage. Let me share one more simple but powerful truth. You don't need perfect English to speak. You need brave English. You need English that comes from your heart, not from a grammar book. You need English that says, "Hello, I'm here. I may not be perfect, but I'm trying." That kind of English opens doors. That kind of English makes people listen. When I was in my 4th month of learning, something beautiful happened. I received a message from a friend who I hadn't spoken to in years. She said, "I watched your video where you spoke English. You looked confident and happy. I want to learn too. Can you help me?" That day, I felt something new. I was not only a learner now, I was also a helper. My journey had become someone else's hope. That's what happens when you keep going. You become a light for others. You become the proof that it's possible. So, if you're still doubting yourself, listen to this. You already have everything you need. You have a voice. You have a mind. You have a reason. That's enough. The road will not always be easy, but the view at the end? It's worth it. Imagine the day when you talk to someone in English without fear. Imagine the day when you travel, work, or share your story in English. That day is coming, and every step you take now is bringing it closer. You are not behind. You are not late. You are right on time. Your journey is beautiful because it is yours. Walk it proudly. Let me also give you a few final tips, simple things that helped me stay focused and motivated in those 5 months. 1. Speak more than you study. Many learners spend too much time reading or watching, but not enough time speaking. Speaking is where the real magic happens. You must open your mouth and say the words. Even if it's wrong, say it. That's how you learn. 2. Repeat instead of remembering. Don't try to memorize 50 words in one day. Take 5 useful words and repeat them 50 times. Use them in different sentences. Write them, speak them, think about them. Repetition builds memory, not pressure. 3. Record your progress. Take a photo of your notebook. Record your voice. Make a small video every week. After 1 month, look back. You will see growth. That growth will give you energy. 4. Be your own cheerleader. Nobody knows your journey like you do. So cheer for yourself. Say, "Well done," after every small win. Be kind to yourself on bad days. Speak to yourself with love. That love will make you strong. 5. Trust the time. Some days you will feel fast. Some days you will feel slow. But time is your friend. If you give 30 minutes every day with heart, time will give you results. I promise you. And now, as we slowly reach the end of this message, I want you to remember one last thing. English is not just a goal. It's a gift. A gift that lets you connect. A gift that lets you understand. A gift that lets you grow. And that gift is already in your hands. Use it. Share it. Enjoy it. Maybe today you only know a few words. Maybe today you feel shy. That's okay. Because 5 months from now, if you begin today and speak every day, you will be surprised at your own voice. You will look in the mirror and say, "I did it. I really did it." That's what I said. And that's what you will say too. So here is your action plan. Speak every day, even just for 5 minutes. Listen to real English, even just 10 minutes daily. Think in English, write in English, dream in English. Use your phone, your mirror, your voice. Make English your friend. Be brave. Be patient. Be proud.
And now, let me end with the most beautiful line that helped me through this journey, and I hope it helps you too. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. And one day, you will become what you dream. Thank you, my lovely friend, for listening to this full story, this full heart. If this
This message touched your heart, please like and share it with someone you care about. Let's grow together. Let's speak together. Let's rise together. And always remember, we upload new videos every day to help you grow in confidence, speak naturally, and understand English better. If you have come this far, it means something inside you is already strong. Maybe no one told you that before, but I will tell you now, you are strong. You are not lazy. You are not slow. You are learning. You are improving. You are showing up every day, and that is powerful. Some people may laugh at your mistakes. Some may not understand your dream. But you must not stop. Remember, this is your life, your journey, your English. Don't wait for others to clap for you. Clap for yourself. When you say one sentence in English, smile. That is victory. When you understand a new word, celebrate. That is growth. When you feel tired, rest, but do not give up. Let me now tell you what happened to me after I completed my 5 months of learning English. It was the 6th month. One of my dreams was to give a small speech in English at my company. I had watched people do it before. I had stayed silent many times. But now, something was different. I had confidence. I had practice. I had belief. So I stood up and gave my first small speech in front of 10 people. My hands were shaking. My voice was not perfect. But when I finished, they clapped. One person said, "You spoke with heart." That sentence was more than enough. I went home and cried, not because I was sad, but because I was proud. That is what I want for you too. Not just the language, but the pride. Not just the fluency, but the freedom. When you speak English, you open doors. You open hearts. You open your future. Now, let me answer a question many people ask. Is 5 months really enough to speak English? My answer is simple. Yes, if you practice every day. Yes, if you don't stop. Yes, if you speak without fear. 5 months is not a magic number. It is just a period of focus, discipline, and love. Even if you don't become perfect, you will become powerful. And that is more than enough. Let me give you one final weekly plan that helped me stay focused. Maybe it will help you too. Week 1. Focus on greetings and introductions. Learn how to say hello, goodbye, introduce yourself, talk about your day. Practice with friends or in front of a mirror. Repeat daily. Week 2. Focus on daily routine vocabulary. Talk about what you do in the morning, afternoon, and evening. Practice saying sentences like, "I wake up at 7," or "I brush my teeth." Week 3. Focus on food and shopping vocabulary. Practice phrases like, "I like apples," or "How much is this?" Listen to shopping conversations in English. Week 4. Focus on asking and answering questions. Practice questions like, "Where are you from?" "What do you do?" "Do you like music?" Learn to give short, clear answers. Week 5. Focus on emotions and feelings. Learn how to say how you feel. "I'm happy," "I'm tired," "I'm excited," "I'm nervous." These are important for real conversations. Week 6. Focus on speaking more freely. Talk about your hobbies, your family, your dreams. Record your voice. Listen and improve. Try to speak 3 minutes nonstop. Week 7. Focus on pronunciation. Listen and copy how native speakers speak. Practice sounds. Practice stress and rhythm. Try shadowing exercises. Don't worry about accent. Just be clear. Week 8. Practice everything together. Watch short English movies or YouTube videos. Try to understand without subtitles. Write short paragraphs. Speak more freely. Ask someone to talk with you. You can repeat this plan for another 8 weeks with new topics. That's how your English becomes stronger step by step. And now, let me share something from my soul to yours. Your future is waiting. It speaks English, and it's calling you by name. Are you ready to answer? This is the journey I walked. This is the truth I lived. And now, this is the gift I give to you. A story not just about language, but about life. A story that says, if I can do it, so can you. Thank you so much for spending time here. I hope these words gave you hope, strength, and a reason to smile. If this video helped you even a little, please like and share it with someone who needs love and motivation today. Let's grow together. Let's rise together. Let's speak English with confidence and with heart. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep learning, keep believing, and keep speaking. Your voice is your power. Never stop using it. Yellow heart glow showing America's speaking head. Let's imagine something together. Close your eyes for a second and picture this. It's 5 months from today. You wake up in the morning. You brush your teeth. You look in the mirror. And you say to yourself in English, I feel good today. Then you pick up your phone, open a message from a friend in another country, and reply in English without fear, without translating. You laugh. You share your thoughts. You feel confident. You listen to an English podcast while having breakfast. You understand the speaker. You feel connected. You are not scared anymore. You are proud. That version of you is not a dream. It is possible. It is real. You just have to start. You just have to keep going. I want to be honest with you now. There were days I wanted to quit. There were nights I felt tired, sad, and even confused. I asked myself, why am I doing this? What if I never become fluent? But every time I had those thoughts, I remembered one thing. I am doing this for myself, not for anyone else, not for approval, not for likes or followers. I am doing this because I want to grow. I want to connect. I want to be free. And that reminder gave me new energy. Let me now share a simple truth. Consistency is stronger than motivation. You won't feel excited every day. That's okay. But if you practice every day, even for 15 minutes, your skills will grow. Slowly, naturally, surely. Think about a child. A child doesn't learn to speak in one day. They hear, repeat, play, and speak little by little. You must treat yourself the same way, with kindness and patience. So many people give up too early. They study for 1 month, then stop because they don't feel fluent yet. But learning a language is like building a house. You can't live in it after one brick. You must keep adding, keep building. And one day, you will walk through the door of fluency, and it will feel like home. Here's another thing I want to tell you. Your English does not have to be fancy to be powerful. You don't need big words. You need the right words. You need clear words, honest words. The way you say, I understand you, or you're doing great in English, those small sentences have the power to touch someone's heart. That's what English is for, not to impress, but to express. Let me now take you into my daily routine. You can copy it, change it, or use it in your own way. But this is what worked for me during those 5 months. In the morning, after waking up, I spoke one sentence out loud. Any sentence. Something like, Today will be a good day, or I am ready to learn. That small act of speaking gave me courage. Then, while I brushed my teeth or had tea, I listened to a short English podcast or video. Nothing long, just 5 to 10 minutes. I did not pause. I just listened. Let the sounds enter my ears. I didn't worry about understanding everything. I just let my brain listen. After that, I would pick 3 new words. Just 3. Not 10. Not 20. Only 3. I wrote them in a small notebook. I made a sentence with each one. For example, if I learned the word hope, I wrote, I hope I speak English well. Then I said it out loud, again and again. I did the same for the other 2 words. Later in the day, I took 10 minutes to speak alone. Sometimes in front of a mirror. Sometimes walking around. I spoke about my day, my feelings, or my plans. Even if I had nothing to say, I described my surroundings. The sun is bright today. I feel tired. I have many things to do. These small sentences made me comfortable with my own voice. Before sleeping, I did one more small thing. I watched a short English story or video. I used subtitles. I repeated the interesting sentences. And then I closed my eyes and repeated one good sentence from the video in my head. Like, you can do anything if you try. That sentence stayed in my mind as I fell asleep. It gave me peace. It gave me hope. And after doing this for 5 months, something beautiful happened. English was no longer something I had to learn. It became something I could live. That's what I want for you. I don't want you to study English like a test. I want you to live it like a friend who stays with you, a friend who gives you new chances, a friend who opens the world to you. So please, don't be hard on yourself. Don't rush. Don't compare. Just speak. Just listen. Just try. 1 word a day. 1 smile a day. 1 step a day. And now, my dear friend, let me end with the most honest words I know. Words that come not from books or dictionaries, but from the heart of someone who walked this path. Fluency is not about never making mistakes. It is about never being afraid to make them. So go ahead. Make mistakes. Speak with your full heart. Learn with joy. And shine like the star you are meant to be. If this story touched you, if it helped you feel stronger, more ready, please like and share it. There is someone out there, just like you, who is waiting for these words. Let's help them together. And remember, we are here every day with new videos, new tips, and new love to help you grow in confidence, speak naturally, and understand English better. I want you to understand something very important now. When I say I learned English in 5 months, I do not mean I became perfect. I mean I became free to express myself, free to ask questions, free to make friends, free to understand what others were saying. My grammar was still simple. My vocabulary was still growing. But my confidence? That had grown big. That had become strong. That was the real success. And that's the secret I want to share with you. Fluency is not about big words. It's about freedom. And you too can have that freedom. Let's talk for a moment about what stops most people. It's not grammar. It's not vocabulary. It's not even time. What really stops most people is fear. Fear of making mistakes. Fear of being judged. Fear of not being good enough. I had that fear too. There were times when I opened my mouth to speak and my voice refused to come out. I worried someone would laugh. I worried someone would say, "Your English is bad." But let me tell you the truth. Nobody laughed. Nobody cared about my mistakes. In fact, most people smiled. Most people helped. You see, people don't need you to be perfect. They just need you to be real, to be brave, to try. So if you're scared, remember this. The only way to remove fear is to face it. Again and again. Every time you speak, the fear becomes smaller. And one day, it disappears. Now let me tell you about a trick I used when I felt nervous. I called it the one breath rule. Whenever I had to speak in English, I would take a deep breath. And in that one breath, I would say one sentence. That's it. Just one. Then I would take another breath and say the next. This small trick helped me slow down. It helped me focus. It helped me stay calm. You can try it too. Before you speak, pause. Take a breath. Think of your sentence. Say it slowly. Don't worry about speed. Worry about connection. I also want to talk about something many learners ignore, the power of reading. Reading helped me more than I expected, but not reading long books. I started with very simple English stories. Stories for children. Stories with pictures. Stories with easy words. And you know what happened? I started seeing the same words again and again. I started to understand how sentences were built. I started to learn naturally. After a while, I moved to short articles, then to subtitles in English movies, then to short books. Every time I read, I learned something new. I didn't understand every word, but I didn't stop. I kept reading. I kept growing. If you want to improve your English, start reading today. Anything. A story. A quote. A menu. A message. Don't wait for perfect books. Use what you have. Let me now tell you one more big secret that helped me. I changed the voice in my head. You see, for many years, the voice in my head was negative. It said, "You're slow. You can't do this. You're not smart enough." That voice made me scared. It made me weak. But then I learned something. You can change that voice. So I started saying new things to myself. I am learning. I am getting better. My English is improving every day. I can do this. These new thoughts gave me strength. They gave me energy. They gave me hope. And I want you to start doing the same. Every morning, tell yourself something kind. Say it in English. Say it with love. It will change the way you learn. It will change the way you feel. Now, let me tell you how I stayed motivated all the way through 5 months. I used to write my goals on small sticky notes. I put them on my wall. Simple goals. Like, speak 5 minutes every day, learn 3 new words today, watch 1 English video. Talk to 1 person in English, and every time I completed a goal, I would put a small check mark. It felt good. It felt like progress. Even if it was just a small win, I celebrated it. That kept me going. I also made a list of reasons why I wanted to learn English. And every time I felt tired or frustrated, I read that list. It reminded me I'm doing this for my future. I'm doing this for my dreams. I'm doing this for me. So if you're tired now, or if you've ever wanted to give up, please remember, you have a reason. You have a dream. And that dream is stronger than your fear. I will now leave you with one last story. There was a time when I had to travel to another city. I met a foreign tourist who needed help. He asked me for directions. And you know what? I was able to help him. I spoke in English. I explained clearly. He smiled and said, "Your English is very good." That one moment, just a small exchange, made me feel like all my hard work was worth it. That can happen to you too. One day, someone will say, "Wow, your English is great." And you will smile, not because they said it, but because you will know deep inside, you earned it. So, my dear friend, keep going. Keep believing. Keep speaking. Let me finish with a final beautiful thought. No one becomes fluent in one day. But if you speak one word a day with love, your voice will become stronger than any fear. If this speech gave you hope or motivation, please like and share it with someone who needs encouragement. Let's lift each other. Let's grow together. And remember, we're here every day to help you speak English naturally, confidently, and with joy. Let me tell you something that no English book ever told me. Your voice is more powerful than your mistakes. You might forget a word. You might use the wrong tense. You might say, "I go," when you should say, "I went." But none of that matters if you speak with feeling, with honesty, with heart. That is the English the world wants to hear, not perfect English, but real English. When I spoke to people in my early months, I used broken sentences. I said, "me, want, go, there." But the other person smiled and helped me. They didn't laugh. They didn't correct me with anger. They listened. They understood. And little by little, those broken pieces became full sentences. That is how learning happens, not in big jumps, but in small steps. And speaking of small steps, I want to tell you something very powerful. Progress is not always visible, but it's always happening. Sometimes we feel like we are stuck. We feel like we are not improving. But your brain is always learning. Even when you don't see results, your effort is making roots. Think about a seed. You plant it, you water it, and for many days, nothing happens. No sign of life. But deep in the soil, something is growing. Something is preparing. And one day, a small green shoot rises up. That is what your English journey looks like. Your seed is already planted. You are already watering it every day. You just have to trust that the plant will grow. Now, let me give you a few real-life examples of how my English changed my world. One day, I received a job offer from a company I always dreamed of working with. The only condition? I had to pass a short interview in English. At first, I was scared, but I remembered all the work I had done, the hours of listening, the sentences I had practiced, the conversations I had repeated. I took a deep breath, smiled, and spoke. I made 2 mistakes, but I stayed calm. I stayed confident. And guess what? I got the job. Not because I was perfect, but because I was prepared. Another time, I was traveling. I met a traveler from Canada. She was lost and asked for help. I spoke with her for 10 minutes in English. I gave her directions. We even talked about our cultures, families, and dreams. At the end, she said, "I'm so glad I met you." That day, I realized something. English is not just a language. It is a bridge between hearts, a bridge between people, a bridge between countries. I want you to feel that too. I want you to walk into a room and speak with confidence. I want you to help someone with your words. I want you to tell your story, your truth, your dreams in English and be heard, fully and clearly. Now let me remind you of something else. You are not alone. There are millions of people just like you, learning every day, struggling every day, improving every day. And we are all walking together. This is not a competition. This is a community, a family of dreamers and speakers and believers. So if you ever feel tired, remember this family. Come back to this message. Read it again. Hear these words again. They're yours now. Let me now give you some very practical advice before we close. If you're wondering where to begin tomorrow, try this. Morning, wake up and say one sentence in English about how you feel. Example, I feel ready today. Then write one short sentence in your notebook about your goal for the day. Afternoon, watch one 5-minute English video. Pause and repeat some of the lines. Focus on pronunciation. Don't try to understand every word, just feel the rhythm. Evening, speak for 3 minutes about your day. Talk about what you did, what you liked, what made you happy. Say it out loud. Even if it's simple, speak. Night, read a short English paragraph before bed. Repeat one positive sentence to yourself. Example, I am getting better every day. Let that be the last thought before you sleep. If you do this every day, even for 30 days, I promise you, you will feel something change inside you. You will hear yourself speaking more clearly. You will understand more. You will feel different. You will feel free. Because English is not about learning more. It's about unlocking what is already inside you. So now, dear friend, we have walked a long road together. We have shared thoughts, ideas, stories, struggles, and hope. And before I say goodbye, I want to tell you one last thing, something I truly believe with all my heart. You were born with a voice. You were born with a message. Don't let fear silence it. Don't let doubt hide it. Speak your truth. Share your light. Use your English, not just to pass an exam or get a job, but to change lives, to make friends, to touch hearts, and to be proud of who you are. Let me leave you with the final thought, the most powerful sentence that carried me through the hard days. A small voice in English, when spoken with courage, is stronger than silence in any language. Please, if this message helped you like it, share it. Send it to one person who is afraid to speak. Let's build a world where no voice is left behind. Let's grow together. Let's speak together. Let's shine together. Thank you for walking with me. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, this is not the end of the story. This is the beginning of your transformation. Every word you read, every sentence you listen to, every brave moment you open your mouth to speak English, you are rewriting your future. You are building something powerful, even if you can't see it yet. Let me speak from my heart, not as a teacher, but as a friend. When I say I learned English in 5 months, it doesn't mean I became a master. It doesn't mean I spoke like a native speaker. It means that after 5 months of honest, daily practice, I was able to speak and be understood. I was able to understand others. I was able to hold a conversation without fear. It was not perfect, but it was powerful. It was real. And that's what I want you to feel. Let's take a deep breath together now. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now close your eyes for a moment and imagine your future. Imagine waking up in another country. Imagine asking for coffee, talking to strangers, giving a small speech at work, making new friends from different cultures, all in English. You are not watching that future. You are walking toward it, step by step, word by word. You may ask, but will people laugh at my accent? Let me answer you with love. Your accent is not a mistake. Your accent is a memory of your home. It is a sign that you are brave enough to speak in another language. Don't lose it. Be proud of it. The goal is not to sound like someone else. The goal is to speak with clarity, confidence, and courage. Now let me share another real story with you. During my 5th month, I joined a local event for language exchange. I had never spoken in public before. My hands were shaking. My heart was fast. But I stood up and said just 5 sentences in English. Just 5. Everyone clapped. One girl came to me later and said, "Your words gave me hope." I'm learning too. That moment made me realize something big. Your English is not only for you. It is also for others. When you speak, you are not just practicing. You are inspiring. You are showing others that they can do it too. That's why we must never hide our voice. Never say, "I'll speak when I'm perfect." Speak now. Speak today. Because your imperfection is beautiful. It is honest. It is human. Let's now talk about your doubts. You may be thinking, "But I forget everything I learn." That's normal. Everyone forgets. But forgetting is not failure. It is part of learning. Just like a child forgets how to walk many times before they learn to run. So here's my advice. Don't worry about remembering. Focus on repeating. Repetition is your best friend. If you learn one sentence today, repeat it 10 times. Speak it tomorrow again. Use it next week. Don't learn 100 things in one day. Learn one thing 100 times. That is how fluency grows. And now, a very personal truth. You must love yourself through this process. Don't punish yourself for mistakes. Don't call yourself stupid when you forget. Don't compare yourself to others. Your journey is your own. Speak kindly to yourself. Say, "I am learning. I am doing well. I am getting better." These small sentences will protect your heart. And you need a strong heart to carry a new language. When I was learning, I would stand in front of a mirror every night and say to myself, "I'm proud of you." It felt strange in the beginning, but over time, it became a habit. And that habit made me feel brave even on hard days. You can do the same. Make English your best friend. Speak to it. Listen to it. Think with it. Laugh with it. Cry with it. It will walk with you when nobody else understands you. And let me tell you this. You don't need 10 hours a day to learn English. You need 30 minutes of full heart. Put your phone away. Close the other tabs. Give your 100% to your learning. Even if it's just half an hour, that time is gold. That time will build your future. Let me give you an example of a 30-minute powerful English practice. 5 minutes. Say how you feel today. Use simple sentences. Example, "I feel tired, but I am happy." Speak it out loud. Feel your voice. 10 minutes. Watch a short video in English. Repeat the interesting lines. Speak them with feeling. Pause. Rewind. Feel the meaning. 5 minutes. Learn 3 new words. Say them. Write them. Use them in sentences. Make it personal. 5 minutes. Think in English. Talk to yourself. Ask questions and answer them. What did I eat today? What did I learn? What do I want tomorrow? 5 minutes. Read one short paragraph. Say one beautiful sentence from that aloud 3 times. That's it. 30 minutes. But if you do this every day, you will grow in ways you can't imagine. Let me now end this message with one of the most important lessons I learned. English is not a subject. It is a skill. And skills are not born. Skills are built. Every time you speak, you are building your future. Every time you listen, you are building your understanding. Every time you try, you are building your courage. So keep building, dear friend, brick by brick, word by word. Because the house you're building, your confidence, your voice, your freedom, will soon become a beautiful place. Let me now leave you with the final, most beautiful thought that stayed with me through my entire journey. You don't have to speak perfect English to change your life. You just have to speak honest English every day with courage. Thank you for staying. Thank you for learning. Thank you for believing. If this message helped you, please like and share it with someone who is also walking this journey. Let's help them too. We are here every day, sharing love, learning, and language, helping you speak naturally, confidently, and beautifully. By now, you understand that learning English is not just about grammar rules or big vocabulary. It's not about how many books you've read or how many classes you've taken. It's about how many times you've shown up. How many times you've said, I will try even if I'm scared. I will speak even if I make mistakes. Because mistakes are not the end of your journey. Mistakes are the beginning of real learning. When I was in my second month of learning, I remember speaking to a tourist in a local shop. I was trying to say, you can take this road and turn left, but instead, I said something like, you take road and go, not right. The sentence was funny, broken, and not very clear. But you know what happened? The tourist smiled and said, got it. Thank you. That was the moment I realized something magical. You don't have to be perfect to be understood. And that's when I stopped waiting to become perfect. I started speaking every day, everywhere I could. I talked to myself. I described what I was doing. I am brushing my teeth. I am making tea. I am walking to work. These simple sentences helped me think in English. It made English feel natural, like a part of me. And slowly, I stopped translating in my head. The words just came. Not because I studied more, but because I practiced more. Let me tell you another secret. Practice beats perfection every single time. It doesn't matter how smart you are. It doesn't matter if someone else speaks better. If you practice every day, even for 15 or 20 minutes, you will improve. I promise you. Because practice is not about showing others what you know. Practice is about building confidence quietly inside your heart. One thing that really helped me was talking to my mirror. Yes, my mirror became my best teacher. Every night before bed, I stood in front of it and spoke for 2 minutes. I talked about my day. I talked about my feelings. Some days I said, today was a hard day, but I'm proud of myself. Other days I said, I didn't practice much today, but I will try again tomorrow. And you know what happened after 2 weeks? My voice didn't shake anymore. I didn't feel silly. I felt strong. Because I saw myself not just trying, but growing. So please don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for the perfect book, the perfect teacher, or the perfect accent. You already have what you need, your voice and your heart. Let me also talk about fear for a moment. Fear is natural. Everyone feels it. I felt it. You feel it. Even native speakers feel it sometimes. But fear loses its power the moment you face it. Speak even when your voice shakes. Try even when your hands are cold. That is real courage. In your 5th month, something will change. You will notice it. You will begin to understand people more clearly. You will speak without stopping. You will ask questions and answer them without thinking too much. Your heart will feel calm. And people around you will say, your English is better. But more important than that, you will feel it. You will feel proud. You will feel free. Let me tell you something deeply personal. One night, after finishing a video call in English, I cried. Not because I was sad, but because for the first time in my life, I had a full conversation in English for 30 minutes without using my native language. I didn't pause. I didn't give up. I just kept going. It was not perfect, but it was real, and real is always enough. That moment changed my life. That's the moment I want for you. I want you to feel the power of your own progress. I want you to look back and say, wow, I did that. I really did that. So let me now give you one more strategy that helped me a lot. I call it speak to remember. You see, many people try to remember new English words by writing them again and again. But memory works better when you speak. So every time I learned a new word, I used it in 3 real-life sentences. For example, new word, confident. I want to feel confident when I speak English. She looks very confident in front of people. I am becoming more confident every day. After doing that, I never forgot the word. Because I didn't just read it, I used it. I felt it. I made it part of my story. You can do the same. Don't try to learn 100 new words every week. Learn 5 good words every day and make them part of your world. And here's something else. Singing helps too. Yes, singing. Choose a slow English song. Listen to it. Read the lyrics. Repeat the lines. Sing along. It will improve your listening, your pronunciation, your memory, and your mood. My favorite song to start with was Count on Me by Bruno Mars. The words are simple, kind, and easy to understand. And when I sang, I felt happy. I felt light. I felt like a child learning with joy. And joy, my friend, is the best teacher of all. Now let's talk about one last thing. What happens after 5 months? Let me tell you, the journey doesn't end. It becomes easier. It becomes natural. It becomes part of your life. You will no longer think, I need to study English. You will think, I live with English. You will write messages. You will join online groups. You will read short stories. You will enjoy movies without subtitles. You will speak to friends without fear. You will make mistakes, but you will smile at them. And one day, you will help someone else. You will become their example, their hope, their guide. And that, dear friend, is the full circle of growth. You learn, you grow, you share. So let me leave you with the final and most powerful message of all. You are not learning English just to pass a test. You are learning English to unlock your voice, your story, your future. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are right on time. The road is waiting. The dream is real. And your voice is ready. If this message touched your heart, please like and share it. Let this message reach someone who is scared, someone who is tired, someone who is just like you, ready to rise. Thank you for listening. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for walking this long journey with your heart wide open. We are here every day to help you speak naturally, confidently, and with joy. So let me keep talking to you, heart to heart, because you deserve every word, every encouragement, every soft reminder that you are doing something beautiful. Let's go back to the beginning. Do you remember that moment when you first thought, I want to learn English? Maybe it was years ago. Maybe it was only a few months back. Maybe you were watching a movie, listening to a speaker, reading a message, or looking at someone who spoke freely and fluently, and something in you said, I wish I could do that. That moment was not small. That moment was a seed. And now, look at you. Look how far you've come. You are not wishing anymore. You are doing it. You are living it. You are practicing. You are listening. You are speaking. And let me tell you something. Most people never get past the wish. But you're already moving. That makes you powerful. That makes you rare. Now let's talk about your future again, because it is waiting for you. Can you imagine the day when you walk into a room and speak without fear? Can you imagine giving a presentation in English at your job? Or maybe helping someone who is lost? Maybe one day you're traveling abroad. The taxi driver speaks English and you respond with confidence. You make a joke. You laugh together. That is real life. That is real connection. That day is not far away. That day is coming if you keep going. Let me share another personal story. In my 4th month, I met someone online from the US. We began to talk every week, just 15 minutes. In the first call, I was nervous. I said, many times. I searched for words. I used my hands a lot to explain. But you know what? My partner smiled the whole time. She didn't correct me. She just listened. After that, I felt more confident. By the 3rd week, I was making jokes. I was asking questions. And something amazing happened. I stopped translating in my head. My thoughts came out naturally. Not fast. Not perfect. But clear. That, my friend, is freedom. And I want you to taste that freedom too. So what can you do today, right now, to get closer to that moment? Here's something simple but powerful. Start talking to yourself in English every single day. It may feel strange in the beginning. You may think, why am I talking alone? But trust me, it works. Talk about your morning. Talk about your feelings. Talk about your plans. Say things like, I am making breakfast. I feel excited today. I will call my friend later. I want to improve my English. This is not just practice. This is transformation. Because every word you say in English becomes part of you. It moves from your mouth into your memory, from your memory into your heart, from your heart into your identity. You are not just speaking English anymore. You are becoming someone who lives in English. And if one day someone says to you, your English is so good, you will smile, not because of their words, but because you know how many quiet nights you practiced, how many days you showed up, how many times you spoke when it was hard. That is true achievement. That is real pride. Let me now talk about consistency one last time. You don't need 1,000 lessons. You don't need a fancy teacher. You just need a small promise to yourself. A promise like this: I will practice English 20 minutes a day. I will learn 3 words every day. I will speak at least 1 full sentence aloud daily. It seems small, but these small steps will create a big change. I used to write my daily promise on paper and tape it to my wall. Every time I kept the promise, I felt stronger. I felt more in control. And over time, that wall became full of little victories. I called it my English wall of courage. You can make one too. Write your progress, your goals, your good sentences. Make English your friend, your partner, your daily companion. Now, let me talk about the fear of speaking in public. So many people ask me, what if I forget everything while talking? My answer is this: it's okay. Everyone forgets. But not everyone tries. Trying is greater than remembering, because your courage speaks louder than your words. And when people see you trying, they respect you. They cheer for you. I once forgot a whole sentence during a group discussion. I stopped. I smiled. And I said, I'm sorry, I forgot. Let me try again. And they waited. They listened. And when I finished, they clapped. That moment taught me that your honesty is more powerful than your grammar. So please speak honestly. Speak from your heart. The right words will come. And even when they don't, your courage will fill the silence. Finally, dear friend, I want to leave you with something to carry in your heart forever. These are not just words. These are truths I lived. And now I pass them on to you. Glowing Star fluency is not fast. It's faithful. Glowing Star mistakes are not shame. They are signs that you are learning. Glowing Star your journey is not slow. It is steady. And steady is strong. Glowing Star, you don't have to be perfect to be proud. Glowing Stars speak like someone who believes in their dream, even if your voice shakes. And if you ever feel lost again, if you feel like giving up, just come back to these words. I am learning. I am growing. I am getting stronger. And one day, I will speak English with confidence, without fear, and with joy. Please, if this message touched your heart, share it with someone who needs hope, someone who needs a voice. Let's build this family of learners who lift each other, love each other, and rise together. I will see you in the next video with more tips, more stories, and more love.